What's going on, my PT peeps and my Walking Dead family? Welcome to the PT channel. I'm One Eyebrow. You don't know if I'm winking or I'm blinking, but I'm definitely thinking about The Walking Dead. And in this video, we're going to cover some spoilers. Well, potential spoilers. Information that is highly likely to occur in the episode 910 titled Omega. It's going to be focusing on Alpha and the Whisperers, maybe a little too much, but we'll talk about what the information we have, discuss it, break it down, analyze it, give you my thoughts. As always, let me know your thoughts, post your comments below. But first, guys, if you haven't already, show us some love by hitting that subscribe button to join our PT channel, Walking Dead family. If you love The Walking Dead or just being entertained, this is the channel for you. Photo credit and info credit to these fine folks right here, just giving credit where credit is due, and I believe everybody should, so there you go. And now the Whispers are here. As of episode 909, we'll see them in the first episode that airs February 10th. This information will be about episode 910, the second episode in the back half of season 9. And there's been a lot of questions about the Whispers, the back half of season 9. Are we going to see Maggie? Are we going to see Rick? Are we going to see Alpha, Beta? Are they going to skip the Whispers altogether? Some people, ridiculous people, were saying before the season started. Well, we're going to get some information about the Whispers and kind of a backstory. If you want to know about episode 909, check out the video with that thumbnail. We talk about some information about the first episode of the back half of season 9, and it looks to be a very good episode. That will air February 10th, 2019. I'm excited for that, but some big stuff is going to happen there. Some people are like, it's not huge news. Well, I think it's huge news, and I guess it's a matter of perspective, but either way, February 10th, The Walking Dead returns. Now let's get to the information about episode 910, titled Omega. The episode focuses heavily on Alpha's backstory through Lydia's eyes. Her story is accompanied by a series of flashbacks throughout the episode. Lydia's story unearths some long-buried feels from Stoic Daryl. Domestic abuse is a focus of the episode. Henry and Daryl come together to try and learn about Lydia and her people. Magna and co attempt to locate Luke and Alden on the down low, but turn back after realizing it's just not safe to go it alone anymore. Henry tells us why Carol grew her hair out, more horse murder. Tara shows tentative but sound leadership. Despite Lydia's belief that her mother won't come for her, Alpha shows up at the end with a small group of Whisperers. Alpha's accent is atrocious. This is a Hilltop-only episode. No one from Alexandria or Kingdom is in the episode. So these are the early spoilers for episode 910. We'll get a Q&A most likely when we get closer to the episode, but there were screeners put out for episode 909 and 910. That's why there's a lot of information coming out about the first two episodes. But what I think is interesting is that they say that Alpha's accent is atrocious. That's not good. That doesn't make me feel good about the character and the Whispers. Also, domestic abuse is a focus of the episode. Now, if you know the comics, you know that the Whisperers are terrible. There's no denying that they're terrible. They have sexual abuse here and there, and it's just something that can be a little much for the show. If it's not done right, it can be like, whoa, I don't really want to be watching this, you know? But people are going to say, that could happen in a zombie apocalypse, so that has to be on the show. That's real life. That's real this. That's real that. Well, a zombie apocalypse is fictional. It's not happening. But if the world broke down and society broke down, we might have some craziness like this. I doubt people will be walking around with walker skins on their face, but you never know. Alpha is Lydia's mother. You can see Alpha with her walker skin on, surrounded by Whisperers. You can see Lydia after Alpha gets Lydia back. Alpha will get Lydia back probably at the end of episode 910 or at episode 911, because Lydia is going to go back to the Whisperers, and that's going to cause a whole other chain of events with Henry and Daryl. Well, the fact that we're going to get a backstory of Alpha so early makes me think that they're going to put it there, and that'll be it. They're going to tell us about Alpha, the Whispers, how they came about, Beta, just what goes on there. Now, if you know the comic, you know that the Whisperers are terrible. They have an anything goes, survival of the fittest type ideology, which is gross. I mean, they're talking about sexual assault. It happens in their camp, and it's just like gross. I don't care how you think of it. It's just not what people want to see and hear at all. I mean, at least I don't. So I can't speak for everybody, but I know I would want to see that. But Beta is the number 2. Alpha is the number 1. Alpha lets things go. Alpha just lets a free-for-all happen. Beta is like, it's okay with it too. Maybe Beta even joins in. I don't know if we're going to see that on the show, but Beta is not a nice guy. Alpha just lets her group do whatever they want to whoever they want, whenever they want, I guess. It's just a crazy ideology that we'll see what happens to the show. now that they're talking about it so early, I believe Negan could infiltrate the camp or go to the camp and stop a sexual assault or stop something from happening, because that's the right thing to do. But Negan's an outsider. Negan does this in the comic. He goes to the Whisperer camp and just stops something because it's the right thing to do as a person, as a human being. And that could be the start of his redemption story, redemption arc. He could save Daryl. He could stop a sexual assault. He could do something that is like, all right, Negan's kind of a cool guy. He could help out here. But the episode will focus on Lydia and the Alpha backstory. So I'm not sure if Negan's going to come around or do any of that. That's just kind of what happens in the comic, so it could happen to the show. We don't know that much more about episode 9-10. The information I gave you before is really what we have right now. And really, I believe they're telling us this information, the backstory of Alpha, to get it out of the way so we get some information, because again, not everyone reads the comics, so they have to build this character up and show her. But I just hope it's done in a way that people can be like, okay, I can buy into that, but not be too over the top with the message that the Whisperers are terrible and Alpha just is kind of a horrible person that just lets anything happen, especially to her daughter. So we'll see how it goes down. Also, if Alpha's accent is atrocious and is tough to listen to, you know when somebody has a bad accent in a movie or a show, you're like, man, I don't even want to hear them talk. That's going to hurt the character. So hopefully it's just a matter of perspective, but we'll see how it goes down when the episode airs February 17th, 2019. Let me know your thoughts. Post your comments below. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. If you love The Walking Dead, hit that subscribe button to help us achieve our goal of 100,000 subscribers. Remember, guys, with hard work, dedication, belief, and sacrifice, you can truly achieve your goals. Believe in yourself. You can do it. It's about love, support, staying positive, making memories, and tell them, Daryl.
Yo, we love you guys. Honestly, thank you.